Rainbows are a hugely important spiritual sign, and they're used by our guides throughout the spiritual awakening process, and this can even be before we're aware that we're awakening. I'm Sophia Persephone, and in this video, I'm going to explain the real spiritual meaning of rainbows. My mission is to help you find power through knowledge. So on my channel, I share the teachings that I regularly receive from the Council of Light. So, what is the spiritual meaning of rainbows? Rainbows are significant because they represent all of the major energies in the universe. They are refracted light, and so they're the main symbol of beings of light, which we also call angels. Now, angels are not just a religious concept, although that's how we usually understand them in our earthly dimension, but in the upper dimension, angels is the name given to souls who have completed at least 98% of their soul lessons, and these are bodhisattva souls. They no longer need to incarnate to learn, but they come to Earth to help with the larger missions, like the current one, for example, where we're helping the human race into a new era of enlightenment. And it might surprise you to learn that 40% of souls in the wider universe are currently bodhisattva souls, and around 5% of them are incarnated on Earth right now. The spiritual meaning of rainbows is also strongly connected to the Council of Light. This is the body which oversees our universe. And seeing rainbow synchronicities can indicate you're closely connected to one or more of the 10 members of the Council's inner circle. Rainbows might also be telling you something about yourself, especially if you're in that stage of awakening where you're shedding the ego and you're wondering who you really are at soul level. Seeing rainbow synchronicities at that time of awakening can indicate that you're a very highly evolved soul, perhaps even a bodhisattva soul. They suggest you have the potential to attain a bright white aura. Now, that is the signature of a highly evolved soul who has completed the spiritual awakening journey and reached enlightenment on Earth. You can receive rainbow signs in many ways. You don't actually have to see a real rainbow in the sky. If you see rainbows on TV or as a logo on a t-shirt or in a dream, these all count as spiritual rainbow signs. In fact, how often you see rainbow signs is more significant than the form that they come in. If you see a lot of rainbows in quick succession, then an important message is being sent to you. I'll explain what these messages are in just a moment, but if this video is useful to you, please hit the like button so it can reach more people. Thank you. So what kind of messages are being sent by rainbow signs and synchronicities? The spiritual meaning of rainbows is often linked to the spiritual awakening process, and they can mean different things depending where you are in the journey. If you're in the early stages, perhaps even before your conscious awakening, they can just be your guide saying, "We're here." They're alerting you to the fact that they're around you, and also to the fact that there's a layer of invisible reality in our universe. Later in the awakening process, rainbows are often a sign of hope and encouragement. Your guides are telling you that you're on the right path and you should keep going. The more rainbows you see, the more you're on the right path. In fact, they could indicate that you're going to make a breakthrough soon. If you're going through a low patch, then rainbows are a sign from your team telling you that it's only temporary and this too shall pass. Rainbows are joyful and full of hope, so your team is reminding you that we live in a kind and loving universe and that you're capable of overcoming anything. So what should you do if you're seeing rainbow symbols? If you haven't made contact with your guides yet, then it's time to work on your communication. They're making their presence known and they want you to connect. Now, there's lots of ways to communicate with your guides, but daily meditation is the one tool that will help open up that channel. If you're already in touch with your guides, then just keep doing more of what you're already doing. They're encouraging you to continue. And if you're going through a low patch, look for ways to lift your mood. I use a daily gratitude practice for this. Occasionally, rainbows can be signs from loved ones who have passed over. In this instance, you'll probably only see one rainbow, not a series of them. So if you see a rainbow and have a strong sense of the person you're missing, then this could be a sign from them. They're telling you not to worry and that they are living a blissful existence in a wonderful place. Just be aware that these kinds of messages more often come in the form of birds, butterflies, and other animals. Perhaps most profoundly, rainbows represent the true nature of our universe. They symbolize that everything in our universe is made of light. Our earthly dimension is holographic, and rainbows remind us of this. This isn't just spiritual woo-woo, by the way. The holographic theory is a serious area of scientific study linked to quantum physics. I regularly publish videos about the true nature of our universe, so hit the subscribe button and the bell notification if you're interested in learning more. So if you're a long way into your spiritual awakening and you're a higher evolved soul, which you will be if you're awakening, then rainbow signs could also be encouraging you to examine the true nature of our universe, because understanding what this environment is that we find ourselves in is a crucial step on the path to true enlightenment. Now, what doesn't a rainbow sign mean? The spiritual meaning of a rainbow is almost never about any of the following. Negativity. There are no negative connotations to rainbow symbolism. They are only ever connected to love, hope, peace, and joy. Nothing bad ever came from seeing a rainbow. Also money. Unfortunately, there's hardly ever a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Occasionally, they might indicate that some financial good luck is going to come your way, but this is usually in the context of your bigger purpose and direction. For example, you might need a windfall to help you out of a difficult situation or to help you pursue your mission. So in this instance, a rainbow might signify money is on its way, but it's rare. In fact, a sure sign that money is coming your way is gushing water. For example, if a tap unexpectedly explodes or you spill water multiple times in a day. Some people also associate rainbows with death. That's where the idea of the rainbow bridge comes from. But rainbows never signify death, except in a positive sense, as a symbol of transformation. Because as I'm sure you know, souls never die. They just leave their physical body and return to their homes in the higher dimensions. So rainbows do not foretell death. But as I mentioned, they may occasionally appear as a sign from a departed loved one that they're living a wonderful life on the other side. Are you seeing rainbow signs and synchronicities? I would love to hear about them, especially if they're connected to your awakening journey. So please let me know in the comments.